Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Real reason Prince William has changed his approach to selfies with royal fans. On his last solo trip abroad, I wrote that the Prince of Wales appeared more relaxed and upbeat. It was during his visit to Cape Town some 3 months after his wife had completed chemotherapy that he spoke of how brutal the year had been for him and his family. Now, William appears even more at ease as he settles back into a normal rhythm of engagements after the dreadful events of last year. His 2-day trip to Estonia marked the future king's first overseas work trip this year and came at an important moment for Ukraine and Europe. As Donald Trump attempts to broker peace, the prince stapled the Union flag to Estonia's mast. The message was simple: the UK stands with you and the Baltic states. Read more. I'm with Prince William in Estonia, and he's sending a key message to Russia. Our community members are treated to special offers, promotions, and adverts from us and our partners. You can check out at any time. Read our privacy policy. But it wasn't just the soft power aspect that stood out. William appears to be taking a new approach to public engagements. On the first day of his trip, he fully embraced the crowds and appeared to revel in the dozens of requests for selfies, happily taking people's phones to take the snap himself. Spending almost 40 minutes outside in the brisk temperatures as darkness approached, William was in no hurry to head into the warmth of the waiting car. The prince always used to spend time greeting well-wishers, but never with the same enthusiasm as his father. But that's changed in recent months. William is spending longer and longer on walkabouts and is more than happy to pose for endless pictures. The reason behind the shift is unclear, but the newly crowned selfie king is certainly proving to be a hit with the public. His readiness to appear in snaps and share selfie-style video messages to his social media platforms shows the prince is embracing the new TikTok generation who prefer visual storytelling. William knows all too well that there is a sharp generational divide in support for the monarchy, with young people much less inclined to support it. Sources have made no secret of the future king's desire to win over Gen Z and even younger people, and perhaps his newfound love of selfies is his attempt to do just that. Don't miss, Prince William rides tank just 80 miles from Russian border latest. Prince William tries his hand at pool and table football while on tour details. I'm a royal expert, and Prince William's trip to Estonia sends a subtle message: insight. We use your sign-up to provide content in ways you've consented to and to improve our understanding of you. This may include adverts from us and third parties based on our understanding. You can unsubscribe at any time. Read our privacy policy. Mamma mia, the king and queen will go to Italy after all. Despite fears over Pope Francis' health, Buckingham Palace confirmed last week that the royal visits to the Vatican and Italy will go ahead as planned. Charles and Camilla will arrive in Rome on April 7 and are due to meet with the pontiff the following day. While palace sources are optimistic the audience will go ahead as planned, alternative plans are being devised in case the Pope is not well enough to host their majesties. The pontiff fell ill in February and has spent the past month in hospital recovering from pneumonia. But if the Vatican has to pull the plug on the meeting, there are many more highlights in the typically busy schedule. From an iconic joint flypast over Rome and a glitzy banquet to a history-making visit to the papal basilica of St. Paul's outside the walls, marking the first time a sovereign has visited the site since the Reformation. And let's not forget, the king and queen will celebrate their 20th wedding anniversary on the second day of the visit, so we can expect some magical photo moments to mark the milestone. As for me, I'm looking forward to having my fill of Italian pizza, pasta, and wine, and exploring Ravenna for the first time. We've still no idea if Prince Harry admitted to taking drugs on his U.S. visa application, despite the publication of his legal documents last week. This is because the released records are so heavily redacted that it's hard to decipher them. While a judge had made clear that his full visa application would not be released to safeguard his privacy, many had hoped that the question of drug use would become clear. In his memoir, the Duke admitted to taking cannabis, cocaine, and psychedelics, and a U.S. think tank wanted to establish whether this was disclosed in his visa application. But the Heritage Foundation has been left disappointed and says that it will not let the matter rest. As the U.S. president has said he has no interest in deporting Harry, the Sussexes just have to hope that Donald Trump, who isn't exactly known for his reliability, doesn't change his mind. Read more. Prince William sets hearts racing in military uniform on tour. It's been a boozy week for the royal family. On Monday, the Princess of Wales celebrated St. Patrick's Day with a half pint of Guinness, and the King and Queen enjoyed some whiskey shots on their 3-day visit to Northern Ireland. I'm often asked if the firm actually finishes their drinks when they're on an engagement, and the boring truth is, it depends. A pint is usually just politely sipped, with the king often joking that it would go straight to his head otherwise, but shorts are often finished. Mostly, I think they would rather enjoy a drink away from the glare of cameras and reporters, though a royal butler assures me he's never once seen any current member of the royal family drunk. I wonder if he meant to suggest that others may not have been quite so well behaved. The subtle art of royal dressing continued this week, but this time, it was the men who chose to signal their support for Canada in the face of President Trump's threats. Charles led the way by wearing a red tie when he welcomed new Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney to Buckingham Palace on Monday, while William's clothing choice could easily have been missed. The prince kept warm in Estonia with a puffer jacket from Canadian sportswear brand Lululemon, which royal sources say was a deliberate decision to make clear his commitment to the country. It certainly feels like the palaces are gearing up for a state visit now, that the election is out of the way to allow the king to further demonstrate the royal family's support.